Hey, fourth grade, ready for your field study? So, before we begin, you're going to need to go get your field study guide out of the Art Turn-In Google folder that you have. It is labeled Field Study Guide. You can print it out if you need to. You can just write it down if you need to, but you'll want to look at that because it's going to be part of your field study. Your guiding questions for today. How can I be a positive force and change in my community? How did the American Revolution and events leading up to it affect the colonial people? How does one's perspective influence his or her opinions? Those are the bigger ones that we're going to work on today, or hit today. But you know there also is, how could simple machines improve the playgrounds to include children with disabilities? And how did my service project impact positive change in the community? So I focused on the American Revolution for you guys, because if you've been in my class, you probably remember me saying, I actually really enjoy the American Revolution. I've been to some of the places, actually 2 of the 3 places that I mentioned here today I've been to, and I will get to even show you some pictures and things like that. So I'm going to run you through some of the websites that I have. They're going to all be listed on your daily sheet, and they're going to be in this PowerPoint, which is also going to be in your Google folder too. So let me get back over to that. Let's pull that up. So we're going to start by talking about the Revolutionary War in Georgia. We do, in fact, have a few sites that have to do with it. Savannah was already a city at that time, so Savannah's got some spots. There are some information. They have a museum, which we'll look at in a minute. And this is the first page that I've pulled up for you. You're going to have to excuse the fact that it's got a whole bunch of course, the COVID information and travel alerts, but it's part of a website that you can use to explore historical sites in Georgia in particular. So our American Revolution sites are all along the coast, because we hadn't made it too far up into Georgia by the time the American Revolution hit. So these are the 3 sites that they focus on for this one. I'm not going to go through each one of them, but I just wanted to show you some of these pictures. And to give you a sense of direction, this is the directions from our school all the way down to Savannah and Fort Morris. I've been to these. I've been to Savannah because I have family who lives down there. And I've also been down to Fort Morris. I also love the Jekyll Island area too, if anybody's been there. So that's not a bad trip. It takes a while to get to, but it is very interesting. So in Savannah, and this is just their shot of it, they have a museum for the American Revolution. It's very interesting to see. You've got all of this information. They've got historical replicas of the flags and things are there. They've got reenactors in it. And you can also see that at Fort Morris, they have reenactors for these kinds of things. So it is interesting. If you ever get a chance to go vacation down there, I do strongly suggest it. It's a gorgeous site. I mean, look at all that Spanish moss just hanging off those oak trees. It's so cool. They do use real black powder in their muskets, but no bullets, so it's not going to be anything dangerous. They fire the cannons. It's really pretty cool. So next up, we've got Jamestown. Jamestown, in this particular website that I have, is part of a big thing called Williamsburg Colonial. It's like a big reenactment place, and this one in particular I thought was really cool. This is Jamestown. You can see some of the pictures of the reenactors. So in Georgia, we got military reenactments. At Jamestown, you get like life. How did people live? What did it look like? How did they dress? What did they do to for a day-to-day basis? Here's a woman cooking. So they've got a lot of really cool information on this site. And to once again give you an idea of how far away some things are from us. Uh-oh. Come on, computer. Where's my mouse? There it is. All right. So this would be from Amana Academy up to well, it says Yorktown because it's right next to it, but up to Jamestown. So Savannah was a 4-hour drive. This is about a 9-10 hour drive. while I have been to Washington, I have not actually been to Jamestown. So this one is the one thing I have not been to. I have, however, done that drive, and ooh boy, that can take a long time. So here's some more information about their website, the Jamestown settlement, some of the experiences. And remember, this was, look, America's first permanent English colony. But here's the cool thing. On their website, they have how to explore and how to look in some of these things, and some live streaming and some hands-on demonstrations. And the gallery, you can look through all of this stuff at home. So you've still got plenty of things that you can look through and you can experience through this website. And again, all of these will be linked on your daily sheet from me, but also in this PowerPoint and on this video. So there should be plenty of ways for you to be able to get told on these. But now we're going to go and hit the place that I've been to and I greatly enjoyed. We're going to talk about the Boston Tea Party. So I went up to Boston about 2.5, no, almost 3 years ago, probably getting close to 3 years now. And this was one of the things that we did. We went to Philadelphia, which I'll show you some pictures of, and we went and sat down. We went to Independence Hall, and we saw the Liberty Bell and all sorts of stuff like that. But then we also went to Boston, where we did a tour of quite a few of the places, Faneuil Hall, the Boston Tea Party, and the USS Constitution, all of those things. And oh my gosh, we went through it like really fast. We were only there for like 2 days, but we have every intention of going back and doing this longer. So here's another example of how long it would take to get somewhere. It would be just pretty much a whole day's worth of driving, which I didn't do. We flew up. So it's about a 2.5 hour flight up. It was a nice flight. And so this is the boat. This is the whole there's the, this part up here is the museum. There's some more parts of the museum, but there's the gift shop up here. And I'm going to show you the link, but I'll actually link it to you as well. This is...
Welcome, friends. Thank you so much for joining us on this night, the 16th of December, 1770.
So before you get to go down to the boat, you go through this meeting. They put you through the reenactment of the meeting. And then they'll take you down into the boat. And this video takes you through all of that. So let's go back. All right, come on, mouse. Let's look at what I'm talking about. So first, here are all of those links. Those are all of the things that we talked about. Those are all the things that I've just showed you. So if you want to write them down, if you want to jot them down, or if you just want to click on them later, you can do that. So this is what I'm going to start showing you is my pictures. So this is when we went to Philadelphia and we got to see the Liberty Bell. That one was really interesting. There's a long line to get in, but they keep it moving pretty fast. So I took pictures from all sides, but clearly the side with the cracks is the one that's most interesting. We got to go into Independence Hall. This is the assembly room where the Declaration was passed and signed. So that was really cool. I'm not going to show you all of my pictures. This, as you might recognize, is the boat. The Boston Tea Party boat. So, tell you so. So when we went, we're walking through the gift shop, because you have to go through the gift shop to get into the museum to go down to the boat. And I was looking around at all the stuff, and they've got a lot of tea. I wonder why they sell a lot of tea. But I looked over at my husband and I said, if I bought a box of this, would you prevent me from throwing it into the harbor? And he said, I don't want to be arrested for littering while we're on vacation. So he kind of stopped me from it. But that's okay, because it turns out they anticipate dorks like me who want to throw tea into the harbor. And they have these things where it's set up where you can throw the fake tea into the harbor. So I got to throw tea into the Boston Harbor from the ship. I'm just so excited about that. So go through your PDF, go through your field study guide, make some notes, 3 things that you've noticed, 3 things that you wonder about, and draw some kind of picture that you see or something that makes you inspired by it. And last but not least, in case you were not aware of it, today is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. All right, 4th grade. I'll see you later.